Good evening, everyone. Austin here with you for this Monday evening edition. I'm going to give this a little bit of time to warm up because I'm going to be going through a lot of information about how you and I can potentially work together, if not today, into the future. But here's the good news. If you're not ready to or you don't want to work with me today, there's a lot of information and there's a lot of ways that you can still benefit from everything that we're doing. As I said, I'm going to give this a little moment to warm up. I'm going to say, hello, everyone. Let me know you're here tonight. Let me know you're with me. And I'm going to share with you the quote. I'll probably share this again. But the first thing is why. Why would you want to work? Why would you want to engage? And from a general overview, a general sense, the one thing I would say is, drum roll, maybe a little cowbell, is the fact that who you hang with, who you run with is a big deal. So in a general sense, if you're looking to improve your life, if you're looking to make some changes, here's what I found out. It's challenging to do it by yourself. It's challenging to do it in a silo, if you will. So the idea is engage with people who are fired up and they're going somewhere and they want to do more. So as a general sense, that's the general idea. But you might think, well, I have people, I call people. But here's what I want you to get. This is a big differentiator. This is a big differentiator for me. And that was engaging with the right people in a structured way over a period of time is what really makes the difference. And that's what we're building. We've been building it. We've had success with it. We've had some really big success with the co-authorship. Do I have the book? Tony, how are you? I have the book in my bag. I'll have to grab the book. But let me share this here. I'm going to pull myself out for a minute, and I want you to see this because one of the main factors is this, and here it is. How much further and faster could you go if you flew with the right tribe? There's people in history that just happen to be at the right place at the right time where they got involved with the right people. For example, if you were one of the early employees of Microsoft and you bought stock, if you were involved with Standard Oil when Rockefeller was building it and you bought stock, that being around those people in general was enough for those people to, not only being around them, but getting involved in their structure, which was Rockefeller, Standard Oil, and Bill Gates was Microsoft. It's that structure that really creates the foundational backdrop to help you grow. And that's what we're building. We're building an ecosystem where people can grow. And I have some folks on here. So for those of you that are going to join tonight, I want to definitely hear from you that have been in the Facebook community, that have been here. I definitely want to hear from you. I want you to provide your testimony, if you will. And this is unscripted, by the way. So it's not like I said, hey, give me a testimony. This is going to be purely organic. But I want to honor your time and I want to get to the point of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the ways that you can connect with me. Number one, the way that you can, I love this, the way that you can eavesdrop. If you want to continue to eavesdrop, you're like, I kind of don't know what this guy does, but every time I listen, I get something from it. I feel more inspired. I want to be around it more. I want to learn more. I want to grow. I'm going to show you right now how to take advantage of that. And by the way, I didn't tag people in this. That was one of my goals, to tag people, but I didn't do that because I typically let it kind of roll organically. So Tony, if you're on here, if you could share it with some of the groups, that would be great. And then in the future, I'm going to tag people because I know the way Facebook has changed. It's almost like you have to tag people. And full transparency, I just haven't done that because I feel like it's kind of a pain in the butt. But note. We'll do that again, and we'll do this again once I get more information. But let me at least get you the basics right now today. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want to give you time to settle in. The question here is, how can I work with Austin, Flashpoint, the team, Tony, the other folks that are involved? How can I, and why? Why would I work with them? Why would I want to work? Because number one, I just the pure energy that you will get being around people that are energetic, that want to see you succeed, that truly want you to be your best self. Like, that is the general sense, right? There's a general, okay, we want to help people grow. We want to help people fulfill their dreams. We want to help people create their turnaround story. We want to help people create their flashpoint moments. What is the flashpoint moment? It's the visceral moment when you realize that the change that you had sought after, pined after, desired has come to pass. And that's a really critical moment. And that flashpoint moment is in your future, whether you believe it, whether you don't, whether you're just coming into this, you're like, what is this? That will become more clear for you. Let me take a breath, and let me invite you to take a breath. And let's get through this information tonight and I'll share the screen right now. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And you should be able to see me and the screen. There it is. Let me make the screen larger. And the very first way that you can connect is through austins360.com. Let's see if I can make it. There we go. austins360.com. So this is a nice little web page, and there's some video content up here. There's all the social media avenues here. Let me click on that. You can see, you click on social media. There's the YouTube, the Facebook. I'm going to go through these pages individually. So if you want to stay plugged in, the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is to go to my public page. This is Austin J. Haynes' public page. And there should be a subscribe button or a like button. I'm going to start doing more on this public page. And I want to separate my personal from my public. So if you go here, you're going to see something a little different than this. This is like my view. But if you go here, you'll see a like or subscribe button. That's my public page. So I want to invite you to go and do that, if you will. Let me get back here. So I just want to let you know I'm here. There I am. But let me go back to the screen. So then the next thing you can do is go to YouTube. This is the YouTube page. This is where all my videos are housed here. Everything that goes on Facebook comes to this YouTube page. And you can basically go to one place and access all the videos that we've done. The one on the videos with me solo, the video with Dr. Grant, with the video. Here's Joseph Stetter. He's a master on helping people get jobs. There's Aaron, the founder of E360, Julie Gandy, Inner Peace. I interviewed Andrew Allen. He's an astronaut. So these are all the places. This one, if you go to the YouTube, and you're going to see a icon here that'll say subscribe. So you see subscribers. You can subscribe to my YouTube page. That's really a great place, because the reason being is Facebook can be very noisy. It can be a very like hard to find stuff. I've had people tell me they can't find stuff. So you want to go here, and you can basically get all the videos right there. Okay, that's the YouTube. Let me find this view again. Is it this one? There we go. Hey everyone, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. How's your day going? By the way, how's your day going? It is I know it's Monday, but it's the start of a new week, right? Let me just grab some shares here. Being with the right people has helped me so much. Yes, absolutely. Being with the right people is a big deal. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for all your support. Tony does a great job following up with everyone. And let's see. I'm on here too. So let me go back to the pages here. The next thing, drum roll, cowbell, woo, is we have a live event coming up, and that is Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts here. So Flashpoint is the event that we started back in December when everybody was, I would say in the middle, but yeah, I mean, it could be the middle part of everything that's going on in the world. And we launched this event called Flashpoint. It was a 3-day immersion. It was an incredible event, and people were so moved by it that we decided to do another one. But if I go back to December, we had, I want to say we had maybe like 10 or 15 people in the studio that we did this at, and we had another 20 or 30 people that were online, and Mandy was one of them. So Mandy, I would love for you to share something. We're just going through the various ways that people can connect. If you could share this, unfortunately, I didn't tag people in it, but I will go back and tag people in it so they can get this on the replay. Anyway, we had the Flashpoint Live event in December, and then we had another one in March. And this time, guess what we're doing? You have a unique opportunity right now. I'm going to click on the tickets. We are reintroducing the free live stream only. So this next event is going to be July 9th, 10th, and 11th. We're going to have a stream only free complimentary ticket for you to get around this, not only me, to get around this content, to get around these people. The reason why this event is different, it's because you are watching a live studio audience participate, share ideas, share their heart, share that the things that they've gone through, and people say they realize they're not alone. We have a tendency, think about it this way. I was thinking about this. If you're an introvert, right? If you're an introvert, you might be thinking like, well, put it this way. Even the introverts were affected by this whole quarantine thing. Imagine the extroverts who want to get out and they want to hug people and they want to be around people. And so we just said, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to open up this event. We're going to do it. And we are going to put on this event. And we did. And there was no incidents. There was a tremendous, as a matter of fact, Karen Drosnes, who is an incredible, she's gone through a major life trauma. And she showed up in person for the event. Mandy, if you go to my personal page, there's probably a share button. I'm not sure where you're watching it, but Tony did share it. And unfortunately, I didn't tag anyone in it, but I'm going to go back and tag everyone again. And we'll do another one of these because this is an overview tonight. I'm going to get into detail. So you will get more detail depending on what you're interested in. So anyway, the last event, here it is. We're giving a complimentary ticket for stream only. However, if you want to be interactive, you want to get involved, you want to rub elbows, you want to start to hug people again, we have a VIP in-person event, and then we also have a virtual VIP. There's a lot of special things we do. You not only come to the event, but we meet with you after. We want to guide you to your next step. It's very engaged, if you will. Going back to the quote, which I'll show that quote. How much further and faster could you fly if you flew with the right tribe? And that's what we want to provide. And yes, thank you, Mandy. Mandy, I know this was a really life-changing thing for you to be a part of this. And not only that, what you brought, you see, the energy that Mandy brings to this platform, it adds more, each person adds more to this, to what we're doing. Each person that shows up with their heart and they pour out and they tell people that they're not alone, that's where the magic happens, right? That's where everything comes together. It's people like Mandy, people like Tony, people like Jenna that really make this happen. And I'm going to get through the rest of the information, but I want to share, I'm going to share the links here too, by the way. Let me take a moment and do that. Let me grab this link here so you can, going back to the beginning, we got Austin's 360. Austin's 360 is the pointer to all of this. So if you go to that site, you can pretty much access everything that I'm going through. But I wanted to go through this because I get asked all the time, how can I work with you? What can we do? And I wanted to get this general information out so that people can connect, they can connect, and then we can go from there. Tribe for life. That's it. It's like family, right? It's like family. They say you can't choose your family, but maybe you can. No, I'm kidding. But the relationships that develop are really strong. And the heartfelt exchange is like nothing that I've experienced. Well, I got glimpses of it. That's not fair. I did get glimpses of it in other communities, but all those things that I gleaned from all those other communities helped me fashion what I wanted to create, and I want to continue to evolve. Does that make sense? I want to continue to evolve the community, the tribe aspect of this, because I'm basically, the way I consider myself is a glorified steward or a glorified servant, a facilitator that has the honor to be able to hold space for people like Mandy, people like Tony. That's it. I mean, I hold the space. That's what I do. And people show up and they make the space. They splash the color. They're the ones that bring the energy and help people grow and transform. So that's the Austin's 360. We got the public page. We have the YouTube channel. I'm really asking you to subscribe to that. That really would help me develop the YouTube channel. All the videos are going there anyway, and it's an easier way to curate and go back and binge it if you wanted to, or just kind of dice it out without having to go through the sea of Facebook. So how are we doing? All right. How am I doing so far? I know we're going through a lot of information, so let me know how we're doing. The transformations I've experienced were life-changing. When I get to the end of this, I'm going to sum it up what I think I provide as a kind of a general statement, if I could fashion it to one statement. Flashpoint Live 3.0, July 9th, 10th, and 11th. You can get your complimentary ticket, stream only, or you can go for your VIP ticket. Right now, let me go back. We're offering the in-person for $147 US. We're offering the virtual for $97 US. It's a 3-day immersion. It's an event that you will come in and you will want to stay. You say 3 days, you will want to stay because of the people that you'll meet and the information that you will get. Next, this is exciting. Let me take a break for a minute. Let me change the screen share for a second. Okay. Here, I want to put up a quote for you, and then I'm going to come right back. All right, here we go. All right, I'm back. That's the quote that I'm sharing, because that to me is the main thing, is that you want to be around the right people in a structured way, and that's what we're working on. So I got through some of that you can. So the way I look at it, there's a ton of things you can grab a hold of that are going to pour into your life that you don't even have to talk to me. Some people are excited about that. No, I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, I've gotten messages from people that were contemplating suicide and saw one of my videos, and it changed and turned them around. That's why I consistently put myself out here, even though, the Facebook algorithms have changed, like I said, because, most people that are doing videos are tagging people and it's spiking up their views. In this case, I didn't do that, but people do find the replays and people do share it. I find out, and people have gotten these videos and they were moved and changed by it. So I press on. So that's that part of it. The information that you can gather, that you can take advantage of at no commitment on your part, other than, click and subscribe and click and like. That's it. That's it. So that's a simple invitation. Now let's talk about going further. So Mandy's on here. She's one of the authors of the book that we just completed. It's called Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts here. And I believe I may have a graphic here I can even show you. Yes, here we go. Let me show you this real quick. We did a book launch for Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts here. And this was 12 incredible stories and the lessons learned. Mandy was in the book. The book went Amazon bestseller. It made the Amazon bestseller list. We're over the moon excited about it. I've had avid readers that have read it. They said it's unlike any book they've ever read. We have a wellness chapter in the back from Dr. Grant, helping people take care of themselves. There's 26 tips. We really put a lot into this book to get it, to show people they're not alone, that you can make new decisions, that there's a change, there's a flashpoint in your future. And that was the turnaround stories. So here's the other thing that we're doing. I'm excited. Here's the next thing. Let me go back to share the screen. Okay. We are launching the next book. We are gold dust on those pages. Absolutely. Let's get into the next book. Your Health Turnaround Story. We're looking for practitioners. We're looking for people that have turned their health around. They were given a diagnosis. They thought that things couldn't change based on some physicality or some physical limitation, and they turned it around. I'm going to drop this in the link here. This is Your Health Turnaround Story. We have an application for that. If you know somebody that would fit, they can get in our next book with their health turnaround story. And Mandy, you can talk about the experience that you've had being an author in the projects that we do. We put a lot into them. We over deliver for the authors. We want them to be served. We want to bring their message to the world, just like we did in this book. That's heal.yourflashpoint.com. You can click on that and you can fill out that application. Let's move on to the next project. Here we go. Dr. Grant is a walking MRI. That's true. So Dr. Grant is going to write the foreword for this book. He's got 35 years. He's got 3 doctorate degrees, integrative medicine. Matter of fact, he's on another call right now, actually, a big conference. And that's a really big deal. He brings a lot to the table. So he's going to write the foreword for this book. It's volume 2 of our Flashpoint series. And the next one, actually, let me do this. I want to move myself out of here so you all can see it. There we go. I've never had such free reign to express my truth. It's real, raw truth and inspirational. And you know what, Mandy? That's exactly the feedback that we're getting. We weren't limited by a traditional publisher, and people were free to share their stories. Okay, and then let's go to the next project here, which is very excited about this. This is the Underdogs Diaries. This is the story of people who have beaten the odds, primarily in life stories of people who have beaten the odds. And let me see if I can get a close-up on this. How you like that? There it is, the Underdogs Diaries. We have this application here. I'm going to share this with you. And this is another one. We're collecting stories for this one. You're going to submit your story, and we'll contact you to see if you're a fit for this. Let me share that one. There's the link for that. Let me get out of this screen share and just look you in the eye here. And so we're going through some of the things that we're sharing with the world, and there's some other ways you can connect with me. We're looking at one-on-one individual coaching. I do some of that. It's just to see if it's a good fit, timing-wise and economically, and we can potentially be a match to work one-on-one together. The criteria for the Underdog is, since it's a new project, we're looking for people who have beaten the odds, and I liken the sports. We had Rudy. Rudy was one of the guest speakers at Flashpoint. Rudy's a guy who wasn't supposed to play football for Notre Dame. He just completely beat the odds. And, sports is very related to the Underdog story. So this series will probably glean more sports stories, but it could be life stories too, of people who have done insurmountable things. Maybe I know there's a gentleman locally here. He did incredible hike. Like there's a gentleman actually who I'll give you an example. There's a guy who he did a run across the United States. He filled out an application for this. So anything in that with achievement, accomplishment, this would be a really good fit. Let me share with you the page again, so I can go back to that real quick. That's for the Underdogs Diaries. There it is. And they would just fill out that application, and we will get the ball rolling. So they're the projects that we're working on. There's an ocean of stuff here that you can take advantage of. There's a lot of things that we're excited about, and we'll do another one of these. I'm going to probably do a more private one where I'll have slides up. We'll have detailed information. But what I would say right now is do something. That's my only invitation. And that do something, and I'll sum it up for you because I'll do a quick summary for you if you're just joining. That quick action could be you go to Austin's 360, you just connect with me here. You can book an appointment. If you wanted to have a chat, you can do that. I'll show that with you. If you click on contact and you click on schedule a chat, I'm using the Emergency Life Coach platform, but you can book there, and there's all the time slots. You can pick a 15-minute slot. We'll have a chat. You can certainly do that. Or if you just want to stay kind of off the radar, you can go to my public Facebook page and like or subscribe. But what I'm really asking you to do is go to YouTube. If you just want to kind of consume the content, you're not ready to jump in, so to speak, you can go to YouTube and subscribe there. If you want to take it a step further, I would say go to the event. You can get the free ticket. I didn't share that. I'm going to share that link with you. Let me grab this link. I'm going to share this link with you here. And you can totally get a complimentary ticket if you wanted to stream the event. If view only, you can't interact. If you want to get a interaction ticket, you want to get a virtual where you can interact with us via Zoom, or you want to get an in-person ticket where you can interact, you can go get the VIP tickets. They're up for $147 for the in-person, $97 for virtual. That's limited time, so you definitely want to do that. I'm going to drop the link in for that. So this way, I'm giving you all the options here that you can connect with me. They're all on here, and I'm going to grab some shares at the end before I close out. And then if you want to get involved, you want to be an author, we have the book projects up, the Health Turnaround and the Underdog Story. If you want to potentially work with me one-on-one, book a chat. And then the last thing we're doing is I have an authority builder program as well for people who are further down the line and they want to do this kind of work. And some like Mandy's actually, that's what's happening for Mandy right now. Her business, she's starting to get more clients. She's in other books. She's really, her ability to serve the world has dramatically increased because she's been invited on other platforms since engaging with Flashpoint. So it's Flashpoint. It's the whole reason. It's boom. It's the moment when things happen. It's that moment, and so that's what it is. And so for Mandy, that's what's happening for her. And okay, let me stop the screen share. And let me just give you a moment to breathe. And we're here. Even if you're on the replay, we are building. This is a cowbell moment. Come on, you got this. We are excited. We want to change the world one person at a time. And I want to sum it up. What do you do, Austin? What is it that you do? And I help people with their branding, and I've created brands for people, and people call me and they ask for feedback and help on their brands, and we create brands. And the thing that I say, we create transformational experiences. That's it. If I can sum it up, we create transformational experience. How do we do it? We do it through the live event. I do it through the content that I put out every day, through the interviews, and through the TV show, the Flashpoint TV show, all the social media I failed to mention that. Friday, we do the Flashpoint TV show. So how do we serve the world? We serve the world by putting out complimentary content through the social media platforms, through YouTube, through Flashpoint TV show, which goes up on Amazon, Roku, and Fire. Let me see if I have this branding. Oh, we're getting real. All right, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere here. Let me see if okay, here we go. Let me share this with you real quick here. That is the TV show, an ocean of content. And somebody, if you want to comment, how much content do I put out consistently? You can share that, right? And then the next thing is to be able to engage with these other things. You can absolutely do that. We do it through these transformational experiences, through the content we put out for free. We do it through the live event, which is a 3-day immersion. We do it through taking you and putting your story in a book, and we will continue to move forward. So that's what I have for you tonight. Hey, Emilio, what's up, brother? And Emilio's joining us here tonight. Emilio has his own brand for doing co-authorships as well. So I learned a lot from him and what he's doing. And we are building. We are absolutely building. And we want you to be a part of it. So if you're getting the replay, here's all the connection points. We will do this again, and we'll probably do it in a closed format where there'll be more opportunities to engage. There'll be Q&A, if you will, more Q&A and more opportunities for you to connect. The one thing I would say for you is just take action for yourself. And then if you know somebody that can benefit from the work that we're doing, by all means, share it with them, share it with them, share it with them. We feel like we have something special here, and we want more people to know about it and more people to get involved. And I've trusted organic to this point. I haven't spent any money on ads, nothing like that. That'll come because it's just a part of evolving a business. But right now, we want you. We want your turnaround story. We want you to run with the right tribe. We want you to feel better about what's happening in this life. We want you to know. I want you to know that there's a flashpoint in your moment. There's a flashpoint moment. There's a flashpoint moment in your future. And it stems from that turnaround, that pain point that turns into that turnaround. And then in that, and I talked about this, today, actually, starting over when things look devastating and they look lost, that there's a moment where you can glean the seeds of a new life, the seeds of hope that you may not be aware of right now, especially if you're in the middle of it. So I just want to honor Mandy. She's on here. Get on board. Absolutely. Get on board. All aboard. Get on the train. Maybe get yourself positioned to be in the next book. We're excited. I'm grateful for every single one of you that have clicked on here. I love you. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. I'll be at you soon. This is Austin. Your turnaround story starts here. Have a great night, everyone. God bless.